Righto, Talio there, champs, and here we have the Alienware x15 R2 gaming laptop, and Wolf, I actually have the 17-inch too, so stay tuned for that. I will compare the two. And I've got to say, right here, right now, this package cannot be beaten. If you want a thin premium gaming laptop, in the financial sales right now, I sent up to 30% off the new model. Yes, the new model. This is the revision 2, so the R2. They also have the previous model, 30-40% off as well. So if you want a thin premium gaming laptop, it is the time to buy it now. And that's the thing, right? Many tech YouTubers are complaining that views are down. I know why views are down. People cannot afford these things at the moment. Prices for laptops are out of control. Like anything, everything's going up in price. It's just crazy. But I've got to say, now at this price you can get it for now, at this discount, it is, unbeatable compared to what every other laptop vendor is charging. Yeah, a good deal you can get with these Dells at the moment. So I haven't actually reviewed an X15 or X17. I had the M15 and the M17, and that M17 was an absolute monster. And this is the thing, right? This is the X series. So this is if you want thin and obviously lighter too. I think they're like 2.2 kilos, 5 pounds or something like that. 15.9 millimeters. You will not believe how thin this laptop is. Like, it is bonkers how thin this is. I picked it up and I sort of like want to say it must be thinner than my MacBook Pro 16. It is so thin. You will not believe a gaming laptop is this thin. And of course, with that, there's going to be compromises in thermals. That's just how it is. But this does use liquid metal. I'll show you the thermals later. So that liquid metal will help out a bit there. But when something is so thin like this, I expect thermal constraints. And it is a 240 watt package. That's what you'd expect out of a 15-inch. And if you want the bigger, thicker, less thermally constrained laptops, you can get that from Alienware as well. You can get the M15, M17. That M17 is an absolute monster. Like, the amount of thermal output that has, it done like 20 watts more than a GE76 Raider. Like, it is just a beast, that thing. But this thing here, I'm not expecting to be like that. But have a listen to the specs on these. These things are stacked. Not only do you get liquid metal, you of course get the latest generation CPUs, Intel 12th generation. This has a 12900H. You also get up to RTX 3080 Ti, and this one is a 3080 Ti. It's a 140 watter. So in this thin and light package, that's pretty good to me. But not only that, you have two 1080p options. One of them is 360 Hz, I believe. And the one I have here is the QHD model. So this is the 240 Hz QHD. So they're 16:9 and this is 1440p. But that ain't the best bit. They're G-Sync as well. Low response time, 30 milliseconds on this one. And along with G-Sync, we have advanced Optimus as well. Wolf. I had a Legion 7i, right? I just left it in hybrid mode because I couldn't be stuffed restarting. And then, like, if you left it in discrete mode and then you started using it on battery, the battery would just drain so fast. Like, you're going to forget that, right? With advanced Optimus, this thing here is amazing. When you fire up a game, it just goes to GPU mode and then it turns off when the game finishes. That's exactly how it should be. And I'm expecting sort of good battery life. It's 87 watt hour battery. So hopefully it's got good battery life. I might have to reduce from, 240 Hz to 60 to see what the battery life's like. But let's have a look at this display. And of course it's an LED display. So it is one big backlight at the back. It is matte and it does control the glare there. Of course, at the cost of clarity compared to, glossy. Actually, I'd like to know in the comments, what do you prefer, glossy or a matte display or something satin in between, like they do with the Alienware QD OLED. But of course, it's an LED display. It does what an LED display does because it's got one backlight. You're not going to get, that super contrast of black and then bright areas. You will see there's bleeding there of the brightness areas when I scroll this thing around and just, bring up all those colors. That's what LED displays do. That's how they are. Now, it doesn't seem that there's actually a 4K option. I would like to see that, but whatever. So far using it, the keyboard is really good, but I got to tell you, the 17-inch model I have has a mechanical keyboard, and woof, that thing is, wow, that mechanical keyboard is really good. But this one has a good one as well. This also has a good trackpad. The sound is good. Dolby Atmos sound. When I gamed on it, it was about 51 decibels max in its performance mode. And yes, here's the thing, right? It will get up to 100 degrees on that CPU, but I think it's just one of those laptops. It's so thin, you actually cannot fit I/O ports on the side. They had to put them around the back, and you do get Thunderbolt, so that's good. But because it's so thin and thermally constrained, just don't worry about the temperature. Yeah, it goes to 100 degrees, but you wouldn't notice. 51 decibels ain't that bad. But when I was gaming, I didn't have any hiccups or stutters where it, sharply throttled or anything like that. It seems pretty linear. So just forget about the temperature. And if you want better thermals, get the bigger, thicker one. It's going to have better thermals. But if you want thin, this is the way to go. It's an unbeatable package at this price point now if you want a thin gaming laptop. Stay tuned for my review on this and my comparison to the X17, the big boy. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Tally ho.